ASMR, episode 4. It is currently 11:03 p.m. and it's the 6th of July, 2022, which I think is like a Wednesday or something, I don't know. It's funny how when you don't have anything to do, I guess, like on a regular basis, you lose track of like what day it is, and just honestly time in general. Cause like when I'm in school, I know exactly what day it is every single day, and I know dates very well. But like as soon as summer starts, and as soon as I sleep in late and wake up, it's like, yo, what the fuck? What day is this? How long has it been? Not literally, but you know, it feels like it, I guess. I need to get a job. The problem with me is I'm in such a rush to like find a legitimate full-time job that I want to do, that I don't want to do any like part-time shit right now. Like I don't want to work at a restaurant. I don't want to work at a gas station or something. This sounds really like, I don't know what the word is. I'm very tired. Petty, almost. I'm spoiled or something. Oh yeah, I don't need to work. Oh. But I mean, I'm speaking my mind. That's the name of the series. So shut the fuck up and just let me talk. Okay. The thing about work, it's honestly all I've been thinking about for the past couple months or so, because it just sunk in that holy shit, this is my last year of school. I gotta figure out what I want to do. And I mentioned in other episodes that I did want to join the Air Force. Be something. I think there's like 3 jobs I had in mind. I wanted to be in unmanned aircraft, sensor operator, and then I wanted to do command and control, battle operations, and then what was the other one? Fleet management. Cause they all sound pretty cool, not gonna lie. But I don't know. I don't know about it yet. When I first started to look into that and, you know, really start to train myself and work out and get in shape so that I could have an easier time at basic. At that point in time, I was super motivated to just do as much as I possibly can to help me prepare for that adventure. And I also wanted to get like tons of books and shit to study, to like prepare for the OSVOB test. If you don't know, it's like an entry test basically. And I can't remember what each letter stands for. It's been a little bit since I thought about it, but basically you have to get a certain score to qualify for certain jobs. So there's a ton of different categories, and you can score high in one category if I'm correct, because it's been a while. Again, I haven't thought about this for a while, but from my recollection, you could like score high on a very certain, you know, section on that test, and then you could do dog shit on every other section, and whatever jobs qualify you within that one section that you do good on, you can still get a job. So you could get like the highest possible score and do dog shit on every other section, and you'd still be available to get a decent amount of jobs. So anyway, at that point this is what I want to do. But the problem was, the reason why I gave up on it, because eventually I did, and that's why I haven't thought about it for a while. The reason was because I had a girlfriend at the time, and unfortunately we had to part ways because it just wasn't working out. But we were dating for I think 3-4 years basically. And I was like, hey, let's live together right after high school. And she's like, really, I'm bored with that idea. And people, not loved ones, significant others are available to live with you on base, specifically in the Air Force. But the problem is, you have to be married. And I wasn't really sure, I guess, if I wanted to do that. Because as soon as high school was over, I wanted to enlist and go into the Air Force. I just wanted to go as soon as I can. And so that means we would have to get married as soon as possible. And I wasn't really ready for that. And then the other thing was, she would have to sacrifice a lot to be, on base, I'd assume so anyway. I don't really know how it works. There's not a lot of exact information on what life is like as a spouse or whatever the fuck in the Air Force. So, and a lot of things were very mysterious in the sense that it's I have no idea what the fuck is gonna happen. This is a massive commitment because you have to stay for either 2 or 4 years, I think. I don't know if that's correct. But it's basically, like that, basically. I said basically twice. Shut up. So at some point, I was like, this is probably not gonna work out, so let's not do it. So, but now, we're not together, unfortunately, so, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because another thing about, finding a job back then, when I still had my girlfriend, I did want to be a pilot. That was my number one goal, the thing that I had a true calling for. So I looked into different types of pilots that don't require, civilian pilots that don't require, the insane stuff, or not require, let me back up. I wanted to find other civilian pilot jobs that weren't commercial airline pilots. You go everywhere and you move around a lot. So my first option was to look into emergency services, because there are some cool stuff you can do as a pilot in emergency services. So at that point, I sort of shifted gears to becoming a helicopter pilot. And I looked into being an EMS helicopter pilot for these are the guys that, work for hospitals and whatnot and go in. It's like medevac. That's basically the job, to be honest. You swoop in. It's an air ambulance. That's the best way I can put it. And the problem with that was the hours. I think for most jobs, you're required to practically live on location for several days, and then for the next several days after that, you are, off duty and just, do whatever the fuck you want, that kind of stuff. She wasn't really down with that, and I was like, okay, alright, I'll see if I can find anything else. literally everything was the same. No matter what job as a pilot, there was something insane like that. It's either having to leave for several days, or it's like an insane amount of time to be on shift a day. So eventually I did give up on that. And we settled to, we started to talk about, we didn't really, I guess, settle for it, but breeding animals and selling those animals because we were both, really into animals at the time. Like she had like a ton of pets and whatnot, and I had like a snake and a lizard at that point. So we're talking like not dogs or cats, like small animals, small inexpensive animals. And I think before we split, the thing I decided we could try breeding was like poison dart frogs, angelfish, discus fish, just as like a starting point, because to obtain those fish, it's fairly not inexpensive, but like not insane. It's not an insane amount of money. But now, now that she's gone, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I do want to do something important, I feel like almost everyone has that need to do something important and interesting and cool and whatnot. And that's what I want to do. I really want to strive to be someone important and have importance. Because I'll be honest with you guys, being a kid, a high schooler, like, I don't care how big of an ego you have, you're probably the least important person at that point in your life. I mean, you could argue otherwise, but from a personal experience, that's what I feel like every single day. To the point where it's sort of like an actual dread, because I just want to do something. I want to be proud of myself. That's another thing. I have no ego whatsoever. So I want to do something that I can be proud of, and I really think I'm going to strive for that and go out and fucking do it. So that'll be interesting. An interesting adventure. So I don't really know. I don't know. That's my problem, to be honest. That's one of my biggest problems. I'm always looking towards the future, trying to plan out, like, what am I gonna do next? What's gonna happen next? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna execute that? And it's really hard to just sit there and, breathe it in and, really realize where I am in the moment. Because I said, as a kid, you're not important. This is gonna sound super, like, cringe, but in the grand scheme, no, I don't know. But you're not really there. Okay, so it's not that you're not important, you're just not doing anything. You're not contributing to anything. You're just a kid doing dumb shit. You're thinking about dumb stuff. That's the fact of the matter. And so, I forgot. I forgot what I was talking about. I forgot what I was saying, like, what the point. Hold on, give me a minute. I might have to cut this out and, like, go back to see what I was talking about. Okay, hold on. returned. Okay, so basically, what I was going with that is, at this point in my life, where I'm not doing anything and I don't necessarily have to do anything and I don't have to contribute at all, this is the time to enjoy my life and just live in the moment, you know? You know, like learn how to skateboard, learn how to play the piano, you know, stuff like that. Do ASMR. And you know, I've gotten better at living in the moment and just doing whatever the fuck. That's honestly how I started this channel. I was like, you know what? I just want to do stuff. I just want to do something that's like so insignificant, so stupid. Not stupid, but like it's not that important. And you know, just have fun, you know, do whatever. So I started to do music for a little bit, and I still am. And that was sort of like a fun thing to do whenever the fuck, you know, when I'm bored. But the problem with that is I got too serious about it. And I feel like I had to take it seriously because I wanted everything to be good. I wanted everything to sound good. So at some point, or not, sorry, just ignore I said that. So it's more of a chore. Well, not a chore, but it's like I take it too seriously. But like with this, I'm literally talking to myself in my room with this mic and recording it and just uploading it. Like I can do whatever the fuck I want. So it's nice to just, you know, sit back and just do something that, you know, has not a lot of meaning and just do it for fun. Because, you know, before I even started doing this, every single day I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. You know, what am I going to work towards to be successful? And it was just such an overwhelming task to try to figure that out. Because especially for the military, I felt like I was making these decisions that will affect me tomorrow. Like looking into these jobs in the Air Force, you know, I felt like if I made a decision on one of these, I would literally be shipped off to basic the next day and start training and then, you know, do technical school and all that. It felt like the decision I was making was going to affect me the next day. And that feeling is just so overwhelming because it's also like there's so much doubt. It's like, can I do this? Is this for me? What's going to happen? It's just such an overwhelming thing. So, you know, and then, you know, at that time, school was still going on, so then I also had all these assignments, it was just so stressful. But now that I'm in summer, I'm trying to really do just things for fun, I guess. And for me, like working out a lot more, doing ASMR. I don't know about music, but I guess music, yeah. Anyway, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good talk. I actually started talking about stuff. I don't know how I went from Doom. Wait. No, I didn't even say anything about Doom, the video game. Did I? I don't remember. Because in all honesty, I took like 3 takes before starting this recording. Because I just kept dragging, because I was trying to think of something to talk about, and I was just dragging it on, so there was like 10 seconds of silence. So I don't know if the part where I was talking about Doom, or at least I started to talk about Doom, I don't know if that was this recording, because it's been like 20 minutes. I don't know if it was I don't know if it was this recording or one of the ones I started and then deleted. That's funny as fuck. But anyway, yeah, I started to talk about Doom, the video game, like Doom Eternal, Doom 2016, Doom 2, Hell on Earth. Talking about how it was like my favorite franchise of all time. It's just so fucking awesome. I highly recommend it. It's like really, really fun. It's just such a fun game with such cool stuff going on. Like, there's really interesting lore. The music is fucking awesome. It's amazing. And just so many fun mechanics, and the gameplay is just beautiful. But yeah. I talked. I was thinking about this earlier, like, wouldn't it be really funny if, like, someone did, like, an ASMR podcast, like a legit podcast with, like, other members of the podcast, and then they'd have guests on the podcast, but everyone was just whispering and doing ASMR. The thought is, it's just so funny. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I would totally do that because it's fun, it's stupid, it's goofy, and it's just like, you know, why not? But, I don't know what I was gonna say. I think I might do, like, a roleplay in the future. Because, like, I know a lot of people have, like, mixed opinions on, like, ASMR roleplay, because some of it is kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, like, not in, like, a weird, derogatory way that I'm, saying. So let me back up here. I'm not saying weird as in, like, I hate it and it's really weird and I don't want to listen to it. It's just, like, as a concept, it's kind of wacky. Like, it's not normal, is what I'm saying. Like, the average human being wouldn't want to listen to this. Like, there's this one YouTuber, I think it was actually a VTuber, like those virtual YouTubers with, like, the anime, like, 3D models. Don't hate me, but I think that concept is kind of cool, especially considering everyone is sort of playing, as far as I can tell, everyone is sort of playing, like, a character, which I think is a really cool idea. But this specific VTuber, I think her name was, like, Sarue or something. She's, like, the only one to watch. She's, like, French or something, and she's enjoyable to watch occasionally. And she did this roleplay, this ASMR roleplay. I didn't watch it, like, the whole thing. I only watched, like, a couple minutes. But I think the premise was, like, she was bathing you in, like, a bath and, like, scrubbing your ears and, like, saying it out loud. Like, if you hate ASMR, I'm so sorry about that. If you hate ASMR, if you love ASMR, if you do ASMR, you have to acknowledge that saying that and explaining it as a concept, you kind of sound a bit weird, no hate, because I did listen to it, and I did stay for a couple minutes, so. But, I mean, like, when I talk about roleplay that I was saying, I think, like, I would just do something really happened. Oh no. I meant to say something really weird just happened, but my headphones are really delayed right now, so give me a second. I've returned. Sorry about that. But anyway, when I talk about roleplay that I would do, I'm talking like just talk kind of roleplay, you know, just a voice, a person talking to you. Like, admittedly, and this is a little bit embarrassing, but I don't give a fuck, because no one knows who I am. I used to listen to these, like, girlfriend roleplay videos, and, you know, the ones I listened to, very specific, like, there was no, like, sounds, like, they weren't playing with the mic or anything, you're sort of just, like, talking. This was a long time, by the way, long time ago, by the way, like, before my girlfriend, so shut the fuck up, this wasn't recent. Although I should listen to them again for like inspiration or something. I don't know. But anyway, like, and it wasn't like really weird or anything. It was just like a person like comforting you and like getting you to sleep or something. It was like sleep ASMR. I remember now why I listened to them. I had really terrible insomnia back then. Actually, now that I think about it, this wasn't that long ago. So, I'm gonna get off track again, but for an explanation, in that 3 to 4 year time span, me and my girlfriend at the time, we took a break because, I don't really remember why exactly, but we took a bit of a break. I'm sorry if that was loud, I'll probably turn the volume down, but anyway. We took a break because things were getting a little bit rocky, I suppose. And you know, after the break, things were like completely fine until, you know, like a year or so later. But anyway, in that like couple month period, I was having really bad insomnia, and I was like, what the fuck do I do to like fall asleep? And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this sleep ASMR thing. So I pulled up a bunch of these like girlfriend roleplay things. It was like the only stuff I could find that wasn't like people playing with mics. So then I played them and listened to them, and they actually helped a lot. So that's why I was listening to those. I remember now. So anyway, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I just like the hard thing is like coming up with like some sort of script. Honestly, the hardest part would be like coming up with what would the script be, like coming up with a basic concept of like what would this be about. Like, would this be like a comfort role play or just like, I don't fucking know, but I might look into it. I don't know, it's not indefinite, but you know, maybe. I also want to do more of like those music type stream, not music, like sound creation, like with this, the synthesizer. That was episode 3, last episode. I don't want to either do more sounds with that instrument or try to come up with patches on the other instrument I have. The only problem with using the other one is the aux cable or whatever the fuck it's called just recently broke, and I don't know when I'm gonna go out next, but I don't have an aux cord, so I can't like record. I can't record synthesizer at the moment. But oh my god, I'm sorry about that. But I was trying to figure out how I could do like maybe a piano stream. What the fuck am I talking? It's getting worse. Probably because like I've been doing this for like longer than I've ever done it before. But because basically the other synthesizer that I have, it's called the Korg MS-20. Beautiful, absolutely amazing. But it has like a legitimate keyboard built into it. And the people at Korg, those bastards, you know, they made that keyboard a MIDI keyboard. So I play with that MIDI keyboard, and you know, like play the piano that is, you know, already a part of the GarageBand application or whatever. And it's a really nice piano. I've used it a lot, but I was thinking like maybe I could do like a little concert type thing. Try to come up with like a really lo-fi piano tone, and you know, just like play some of the songs I wrote, and also record the keyboard, because the keyboard sounds kind of nice. It's kind of like that sort of ASMR thing. Like, let's see if you can pick it up on the mic. That's the sound it makes when you press down one of the keys. It sounds kind of cool. I need to figure out how to like make that louder though, because it was very quiet. So yeah. And then I don't know what else I could do on this channel, to be honest. Again, I think the question thing, like if someone asks me questions and like gives me topics, I'm talking to you, one subscriber. I'm really sorry I forgot your name. I love you a lot though. You give me something to talk about and ask me some questions. That would like set off a really good conversation. Or you know, like, you know what I mean? Cause like when you get me started, right, I could go on for a while. It's just, you know, the problem is actually getting me started. So but I think I did a pretty good job this episode, because it's been like 30-40 minutes by now. Hold on, 34 minutes. That's kind of close, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Some interesting things, and maybe I could do stuff with. I have a vinyl record. I have some records, so maybe I could play, because I know the sound of the actual record and the God, what's it called? I don't remember what it's called, but like the weird arm thing that actually goes on the record, and you know, sends, you know, the groove. It goes to the groove something. I think it's called groove something. But the sound the record makes, you know, the fuzzy crackling, and I know that's really nice. I really like that sound, so maybe I can do something with that. I'm so tired. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what to do. But I think I might end it here. Not because it's getting late or anything, and I just want to go to bed, but it's like, this is getting pretty long. I'm suddenly not like running out of things to talk about, so we're gonna end this one here. Thank you for listening, watching. It's basically watching, or it's basically listening at this point. Thank you for listening. Thank you for stopping by. And I will see you when I see you.